Thank you, participants, panelists, and everyone who's joining us from all around the world to still continue being with us. We deeply appreciate this. Thank you for allowing us this time to transition. Now we're off to our next session. Very exciting as ever. We'll be going through a round of quick presentations and, of course, very brief Q&As from a number of initiatives, announcing courses, announcing accelerator programs, announcing new social business companies, so on and so forth. With that in mind, may I please first invite to speak, and again, just letting everyone know, all the panelists have access to share your screen. So please, feel free to utilize that function. And first up, I'd like to invite Mr. Suresh Krishna, who's the co-founder and CEO and managing director of Yunus Social Business Foundation, Bengaluru. And of course, Ms. Geeta Kalra, who's the advisor to Yunus Social Business Fund, Bengaluru. Both of you have got 5 minutes of speaking time, followed by 2 minutes of Q&A. Over to you, Suresh. Thank you.
Thank you, Prometheus. So we are very excited about to announce, make this announcement now. Do we have that video with you? I mean, are we going to play that 1 minute video? Then I'll talk after that.
Social business, and I defined it as a business to solve problem without taking any profit personally by the entrepreneurs. I said this now, if it doesn't exist in the textbook, put it in the textbook.
Capitalism has some deep structural problems which needs to be addressed. Almost half the world, over 3 billion people, live on less than $2.5 a day. The poorest segments of the world's population, around 40%, account for 5% of the global income.
So how do you define a social entrepreneur? Well, it's the entrepreneurial employee. And this is not controversy. This is actually synergy. So it is an entrepreneurial person acting very entrepreneurially as an employee of an existing organization or company.
In other words, we are going to assume that if there is a good idea, money will flow to it, through banks, even internationally. And I think it's a fair assumption to make. It's not perfect. None of our assumptions are going to be perfect. None of your assumptions are going to be perfect.
Great, thank you very much for that lovely video. So this is the course we have launched on Coursera as YSB, and in support with various people across who will be teaching on this course. We thought about we should do this course because the learnings what we have been having for so many years about social businesses, how to run a successful social business, how to scale it up, how to stay close to the social objectives what we have. We have got more than 2 decades of experience. So we wanted to share this and with a lot of people who really want to start similar programs or who want to just work in a social business environment. So that's why we thought we will launch this course. So this course now talks to our teachers about finance fundamentals, running social business successfully, how to start one, if you want to start one, or if you want to work in a social business enterprise, then how do you, what should you know so that you can get a good job and also make a meaningful difference to the society. That's the background for this. So this course would be useful for any students who wants to learn about social businesses, any youngsters who want to start a social business themselves, people who are working in corporates, if they want to start a social enterprise or do an entrepreneurship in their own companies, it will be very useful for them. So this has a lot of learnings of so many experts who have been working in social business space for decades now. I'm sure it will be useful. So I urge all the people who wants to get into social businesses, do take up this course. This is available on Coursera. So I'll invite now my colleague Geet to say a few words about the course. Geet, over to you.
Yeah, thanks, Suresh. Thank you so much. Yeah, so I've been an investment manager and more, I would say, a social business student with YSB for the past 3 years. And I've been involved with sort of designing this program since the beginning. I'll just sort of add a few things here about how we thought about evangelizing this course, or this program rather. Actually, a lot of thinking went into it. For example, the first course of the program is more of an inspirational course and gives any social business enthusiast easy to apply frameworks to create a social business. We talk about how to identify a problem, think about the solution, map your stakeholders or beneficiaries, and also what not to do while running a social business. We have used case studies throughout this course to help you understand these very concepts. In the rest of our core finance courses, those courses are based on, I would say, 12-month-long multiple brainstorming sessions with one of the most reputed finance professors in the world, Professor Gautam Kaul, amongst others. And the main discussion points were, our aim is to first make learners rethink the fundamentals of finance, such as how they think about value. Should it be tied only to money, or should it include broader societal objectives too? In the courses, after teaching every finance concept, we ask a learner to take a pause, reflect, and discuss those concepts with its peers in the broader context of social business. The 4 courses takes you, and you're thinking obviously, from fundamentals to advanced level in finance, and talks about risk, social and financial return on investment, financial markets, and finally, a few case studies on valuing a social business. If you were a social business entrepreneur, enthusiast, finance manager, or want to learn finance from a social business perspective, I highly recommend taking this program. We have made sure that we give you the best experience as a learner in terms of teaching quality, curriculum, and reading materials. As Suresh mentioned, you can search about Unis Social Business on Coursera to get access to all our 5 courses. So see you there. Thanks so much, Suresh.
Thanks, Gabe. Thank you very much for Matthias. And just one last word about the course. This course also has a special class from Professor Yunus himself and Lami also from the Yunus Center. So don't forget to, for people who are interested, they should not miss this opportunity. So thank you very much for Matthias.
Thank you, Suresh. Just a quick question from the audience before, and it's sort of a overarching question. Yeah. Because there are so many initiatives going around the world around social businesses. Are we planning either through an academic approach or otherwise to capture the overall impact that the movement is having? Is that something as a part of course development or as an incubator or a funder that you've considered or not? Thank you.
Yeah, and see, this course particularly talks about the various experiences of running social businesses. And how to start one. And there are some very senior professionals and professors who have been teaching this course. This captures the experiences of various challenges which one will have to run a social business, including from funding to ideation to finding a solution, and how to continue to hold on to the same problem and continue to solve. All those things will be covered in this. I'm sure it is going to be give a good learning experience for the students. We will also have some kind of exercises for this in the course, and also there is a test at the end of the day before they can get a certificate also.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Suresh. Thank you, Geet. We are very inspired by this course that you've come up with. Again, we reach out to all the participants. Please show your interest, sign up for this, and I'm pretty sure you'll find it worthwhile. Thank you, Suresh. Thank you, Geet.
very much.
We move on to the next round of announcements and presentations. So we've got with us the Social Business Accelerator Program, which is being run by Jain University, which is a part of the Social Business Network. They're a very active center doing great things over quite a few years now. And I would request Mr. Nayaz Ahmed, the Chief Operating Officer of the Incubation Center, and Ms. Manasi Parvatikar, the India Project Manager, to please take the floor and start your presentation. Over to you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Siddiqui. It's great being here. Thanks for inviting us. I would like to take this opportunity to wish Professor Mohammad Yunus a very happy birthday. And just to talk about Jain University and JGI. So the Jain Group of Institutions and Jain University started with 30 plus students in mid-90s, and today we have 50,000 plus students across India. And basically we are ranked among the top universities in India and considered as a destination for students from across the world and Bangalore in particular. So the university offers a conducive environment for learning, be it academic courses or extracurricular activities. So we, as a university, as an education group, are known for three specific things. So one is the education, of course. The second is entrepreneurship. So we are here talking about entrepreneurship. Third is we have been known for also sports. So in fact, we have given a lot of Olympic players to the nation. In entrepreneurship, we started in 2001, so incubating and supporting startups during that time. And Jain University Incubation Center registered in 2015 with the support of Government of India. So we started focusing on tech entrepreneurs. And so Jain Yunus Social Business Center, the story began 3-4 years back when Professor Mohammad Yunus was in Bangalore meeting our founder chairman, Dr. Chainraj Roychand. And in a short span of time, during that conversation, this decided to work on a mission to elevate 1 million lives. And this is our small step towards achieving the joint goal of Professor Mohammad Yunus and Dr. Chainraj Roychand. And I have been kind of closely working with the YSBF Bengaluru, led by Mr. Suresh Krishna. So this program is basically the Social Business Accelerator Program. Is an intense and immersive program aimed at accelerating emerging social startups for high impact growth. So we have come up with a curriculum which actually compresses years of learning into just a few months of execution. So we have built this program on a strong methodology, which was kind of designed in Silicon Valley, but we have kind of tried to adapt it for here in India. And our main goal is, our aim is to identify new enterprises that can generate impact, value-added jobs, and benefit to the society. And as Professor Mohammad Yunus always says that we are also, the focus of this program is also to foster sustainable social businesses and prepare them for investors and funders from across India, across the globe. So that is basically about a bit of the program. So this particular program is kind of an initiative of Jain University, Yunus Social Business Center, and of course, with a lot of knowledge support from Yunus Social Business Fund, Bengaluru. And why should startups attend this program? So it is basically to have access to resources and experts from the leaders in this space, in the impact space, of course, which is Yunus Center. So they also have access to dedicated mentors, access to pilot customers, access to seed funding. We ourselves also have a seed fund set up here. So the startups will get an opportunity to get access to this fund for up to 25 lakh rupees. and of course, access to the mentors and investors such as YSBF. So at this point in time, I would like to invite Manasi to speak more about the program.
So, thanks so much, Nayaz, and hello everyone. Also, happy birthday, Professor Yunus. And yes, thank you so much, Nayaz, for giving that quick introduction to everyone. I am right now the India project manager at the YSB Fund Bangalore. And as Nayaz said, that we are collaborating with Jain University, Incubation Center on their new social business accelerator. And we come in as a knowledge and an impact partner over here, essentially. But we, of course, are looking forward to working more intensively with, how these startups that are in the, in the incubation program, how they are being managed, how their operations are being run, and kind of mentor them through and through that. What I want to maybe touch upon a bit is the eligibility that we're looking for in terms of who can apply for this. We're looking for startups, social businesses, essentially, who already have a strong foundation team in place. They have a minimum viable product, and there has been some customer traction at their end. Ideally, have been incorporated as an LLP or a private limited, have had some sense of market testing, have tested the product or service, and have had some traction over there. Of course, we are looking for social entrepreneurs. Tech-based startups has been a forte of the Jain University, so we are, very well placed there to support these kind of startups. We are open to whether you've received the seed funding, Series A funding, or whether you're bootstrapped. I think all of these entrepreneurs are welcome. And of course, in terms of the sector focus, we're not limiting it to one specific sector, but of course, as long as we have a social impact solution for healthcare, financial inclusion, education, mobility, sustainability, smart cities and urban governance, any sort of products or services that use technology such as artificial intelligence, machine learning, augmented reality, VR, blockchain, and so on and so forth. So that's the broad area of entrepreneurs that we're looking for. And of course, you should have the vision of building a product that is scalable, a service that we can take to a large number of people. And you should definitely have an idea of what is the market you want to address and some sense of a growth model. So yeah, that is the eligibility that we're looking for in the social businesses. And in terms of the modules that we are looking for, or how broadly the incubation program is going to be structured, we've got, of course, a business mentoring module where we will be focusing both on the capability building of the entrepreneur and the capacity building. The second is the impact mentoring module, where YSBFB will also come in and play a very significant role in how do you actually look at social value and are able to translate that in real time to your stakeholders. And last but not the least is the investment readiness module, where of course we will take you through concepts of how to build a good financial model, look at your unit economics, how do you pitch to different investors, and what are the right investors you should be pitching to. And as of course Nayaz mentioned, throughout the program, we will be working on giving you those access to networks and the right kind of investors. All of this being said, this is a 2.5 month program. We have opened up our call of applications as of yesterday. And, we are looking at mid-July at announcing the cohort. So as soon as you apply, the faster the opportunity to, sort of qualify for it. And last but not the least, like I said, a 2.5 month program with all of these modules that we'll, take you through. And finally, we'll end with a demo day, which will be sometime in beginning of October, wherein we can look at our investor and startup connect happening. So yeah, that's how the program looks like. I'll take a pause here, and of course, if there are any questions, we'd love to take those up now.
Yeah, and with that, we invite startups in this space to apply to the program. So the applications are open right now. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Nayaz, and thank you very much, Manasi. we do have a question, and if you wouldn't mind responding very quickly in just 30 seconds. The startups, let me just read it out. The startups which you are looking forward to, do you foresee a particular sector approach there? Do you foresee startups from a particular sector applying to your program?
Yeah, I mean, of course, our major focus is on healthcare, but healthcare and related fields. But we feel that at this point in time, where there's a need, so we are looking for impact startups, basically in any related domains. Also, is fine for us.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Thank you, guys. We wish you all the very best, Nayaz and Mansi, for your startup program, and we wish you all the best and hope it's as successful as you intend to be. Thank you.
Thank you.
We move on to the next presenter now, which is one of the social businesses which we are incredibly proud of. Started out in a very small scale. If you had joined us on day one, there was quite a bit of reflection from Professor Yunus and then Hans, and of course from the founding principal of that institution, which is Grameen Caledonian College of Nursing. It's now grown into its own campus and it's thriving and doing really well. And with that in mind, I would like to request its current principal, who's been with the institution since its inception, Neeru Samsun Nahar, Mrs. Neeru Samsun Nahar, to please commence her presentation. Neeru, you've got 5 minutes of speaking time with just 2 minutes of Q&A. Thank you.
Thank you, Promoter. I am from Grameen Caledonian College of Nursing. We are providing nursing education, and it is social business model. It is a private leading nursing college in Bangladesh and approved by Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Bangladesh Nursing and Midwifery Council, and University of Dhaka. At the moment, we are running 4 courses. One is Diploma in Nursing Science and Midwifery courses, that is 3 years course. One is Diploma in Midwifery courses, that is also 3 years course. And one is BSc Nursing courses, that is 4 years course. And who is complete we will have the recruitment. So I hope we will recruit more 200 students. So total 600 students I will have this year. So we recently moved to our new permanent campus since the establishment 2010. It is a successful partnership between Glasgow Caledonian University and Grameen Healthcare Trust. And our founder principal was Barbara Parfit, and she was from the Glasgow Caledonian University. So Glasgow Caledonian University give us the technical support all the time. So last April, we moved to our permanent campus, and this campus is a very big campus. We have 16 classrooms and 11 different labs. This is nursing lab, nutrition lab, science lab, anatomy, physiology lab, nutrition lab, and English language lab, etc. So it is I will say the modern technologies and equipped. So if I give the modern teaching, I need to develop my faculty, and my chairmen are always insist me, encourage me, and advise me to develop the faculty's members. This way, in 2013, we sent our 4 students to the Glasgow Caledonian University, and they completed their BSc in nursing course there. And after that, another 2 students sent to Glasgow Caledonian University. So 6 students studied BSc in nursing there, and they come back. And among of them, 3 students further studied MSc in nursing, and 1 faculty member. So 4, they came back and they joined as a faculty member in GCCN. Last year, we got another scholarship from the Hiroshima University, Japan, for the PhD. And one of faculty members, she's doing her PhD in Hiroshima University. This year, again, 2 scholarships we got, one from Hiroshima University for the PhD study, and another from the Pennsylvania State University in the USA. So my 2 faculty members will start their PhD degree from next month. This way, we are not only growing our students, we are also developing our faculty members for the further teaching in this college. So I have this building, new building, 1,000 students I can provide in my academic building, and in the hostel there is 700 female students can stay in this hostel. So this last
Nirupa, you'll need to unmute yourself. I think we're experiencing a bit of technical glitch on Nirupa's part. I think there's just a bit of a glitch. Nirupa, you'll need to unmute yourself. You've just gotten muted. Please unmute yourself.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I applied for the MSc nursing course, and last week the inspection team came and they visited our college and they are highly impressed. And hopefully I will get the MSc approval this year. So I am seeking more scholarship to develop my faculties to give the qualitative teaching, and that's me. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, you can ask me.
Thank you very much, Nirupa. We've got one question which has come through from our social media channels. And the question is, what were the regulatory hurdles you faced? So were there any particular hurdles from the government departments in getting approvals? If so, what were they and how did you overcome them?
Actually, the government give some requirement, and our college, especially our chairman sir, is concentrated on these things, and we are maintaining the requirement, fulfilling the requirement. So since 2010, when established this college, I joined this college as a vice principal with Barbara Party. So I know this college from 2010. We didn't have a lot of hurdle because we maintain all the requirement to the government, and government are very happy to see our college, and they are giving the course for us. I think within 2 years, I will have the 1,000 students here. Only one thing, there is some regulation for the foreign students. We are now capable to admit the international students. So I don't think too much hurdle because we fulfill all the requirement, government requirement. And this is a very big campus and they are very happy because last week I had inspection and they are highly impressed with my college.
Thank you very much, Nirupa. Thank you. We are extremely proud of what the Romania Nursing College is doing. We wish you the very best to you and your students. Please take our collective best wishes back to your faculty members, support staff, and of course our beloved students. We wish them the very best. And I know the pandemic has come with various challenges, but you've still pushed through. So thank you and congratulations. We now move on to the next announcements. This has perhaps been a defining program which was launched by Asian Institute of Technology, and this is sort of set a sort of a extremely gold standard per se in how courses would be rolled out. Pure academic courses would, we aspire to roll out throughout the Social Business Center network and the academia network. And without further ado, I would like to invite Dr. Faiz Shah, Head Development Management and Director of the Yunus Center at AIT, along with to present this announcement. 5 minutes of speaking time, 2 minutes of Q&A. Dr. Shah also has accompanying him members of his team, Professor Jahangir Alam Chaudhry, Dr. Moghul Ahmed, Dr. Lakisha Ransom, and Mr. Caleb McKenzie.
Right. Shall we ready to roll, Prometheus?
Yes, we are ready to roll.
Well, let me start with a quick thank you note for you, and also thank my colleagues on the steering committee for joining us to join this program. We have a short video for you. It's going to play in a second. And here it comes, I think. But while it's launching, I'd like to thank the steering committee members who are here, Professor Jahangir Alam Chowdhury, Dr. Lakeisha Ransom, and Dr. Mokbul Morshad Ahmed for joining us today, because without without their being here, it would have been only half a presentation. The big thing about the program that we're doing is that it was visualized by Professor Yunus himself. And as we sat talking, he actually laid out in his notes how he wanted this program to look like. And then we got our brief really, and then we got to work. And it took us a couple of years to work this out. And we found out, and we did a kind of a research, and we found out that some excellent programs exist on social business and social enterprise. But they somehow, don't grab all the aspects that are necessary. So the really good social business and entrepreneurship ones didn't have the soft and the sustainability and the community level stuff. And the really good sustainability programs don't seem to bring in the hard business skills. So can we get the next slide, Ken? Right, so this is what the program looks like. We've tried to build or bridge, I should say, three very important elements of what Professor Yunus wanted to see in this program. So we took the top-ranked program in the country. We took the top-ranked master's program in sustainable development, and we built it and we bridged it with a social business practicum, which we kind of design around events like this one and practicums surrounding it. So the top-ranked MBA offers us programs in leadership and organization and management, finance, and data analytics and entrepreneurship. Dr. Lakeisha, of course, teaches on those. And then this Masters in Sustainable Development coursework we borrow teaches us about policy and practice and sustainability and project planning and gender and natural resources. And all the key, what should I say, the questions that we need to answer for sustainability in the world. And so it's basically half an MBA and half a Sustainable Development Masters built together around a practicum that takes people from the classroom into actual field labs and case reviews and workshops and seminars. And the high point of this is that Professor Yunus has graciously agreed to teach 4 master classes during the summer program, where students will actually go and visit businesses, talk to business leaders, talk to various stakeholders in social business, and come up with a very well-balanced understanding of what questions to ask coming from the sustainability and development course, what tools to use coming from the MBA coursework, and how to contextualize them coming from the practical. And the Yunus Colloquium basically brings them all together, and everybody gets to work and really be with Professor Yunus for a solid summer. Each of these 3 things are also bridged by deliverables. Every student does a final project, writes a business plan, and completes an internship report that actually documents their experience and provides the evidence that academic rigor requires for good courses. So I thought this was important for us to mention for you. Shall we get to the last slide? Previous one. And in summary, you basically get 30 transferable master's credits by the 2 top-ranked schools in the country, 4 master classes by Professor Yunus, 7 certified business skills seminars, and then you get into field labs and design workshops and case reviews. And the best bit is that you enter a design lab in the AIT Entrepreneurship Center, where you spend the whole semester fine-tuning a social business plan. And so the idea is to realize what you've learned into a social business plan so that you become what Professor Yunus calls a job creator and not a job seeker by the time you've ended your term here. So we're kind of pressed for time, but I'd very much like to acknowledge my colleagues from AIT Dr. Maqbul Murshid Ahmed, Dr.
Hello.
Lakisha Ransom, and also our counterpart in Dhaka, Professor Jahangir Alam Chowdhury. So here's the gang here. Callum's now actually in the field running a program for one of our social businesses. So he's not being able to join us. But you see on the screen our colleagues who pulled this together and who will be running this. Any quick thoughts, ladies and gentlemen, you want to add? Shall we start with Dr. Lakisha then?
Thank you, Dr. Fayez. I just want to just highlight something that you mentioned.
I can't hear you.
Your own Southeastern region with a lot of interesting, important, the key infrastructure project, especially in transport and energy going on. But also,
go ahead, Dr. Lakisha.
Oh, okay.
Well, maybe Dr. Maqbul, would you like to, while Dr. Lakisha is trying to get
Sorry,
the voice?
audio issues.
Here we go.
Yes, no, I just want to
I can't
underscore.
hear you, unfortunately.
You cannot? Okay.
No, Dr. Lakisha, we can hear you. Please continue.
Well, Dr. Maqbul, any quick thoughts on what people should look for in this program? And then I have one more slide to share.
Thank you. I think most of you know that how strong EIT has been. I mean, how strongly EIT has been working on sustainable development in the region. And I think to me, Dr. Faiz has already mentioned that how we really put together development and management issues. And of course, special business as one of the core concerns in this program. And I welcome you to consider our program and communicate with other people who might be interested. Thank you.
Okay, well, I guess I'm going to have to do the talking. Apologies, folks. But here is our application deadline. It's the 15th of July, Smart App. All you have to do is, Cam's going to show you a QR code in a second. And just open the Yunus Masters. There's a landing page. Write a mail into one of our counselors, and we'll actually walk you through the application process, and hopefully soon we'll get you on board. This project is 4 years worth of work, research into 71 programs all over the world, and the guidance that Professor Yunus provided. And so for a change, we have an academic program that actually builds professional capacity and immerses people in a business design experience. And so we're very proud of this. And of course, those of us who know the Asian Institute of Technology also know that AIT is known for really sort of the rigor of its programs and the quality of its degrees. So we're really grateful for AIT's participation in this. And of course, with Professor Jahangir representing Yunus Center, we think that we have probably one of the finest social business programs rolling out this year. So this August is our first class. We have some exciting candidates coming from all over the world, from the US, from India, from Pakistan, and from Europe. And we hope that this first cohort will set the benchmark for a really very rigorous, but at the same time, path-breaking program. And we want to make this program actually deliver the motive that we got launched on, which is create job creators, not job seekers. So I think we're out of our time as well. We look forward to getting any questions from you. And there's a video on the website which I'd really encourage you to take a look at. Thank you so much, and sorry for that sound problem.
Not a problem.
But, I hope we got the message. Thanks, Prom.
Thank you. Hans, did you have a question?
Less a question, just explain my congratulations to the whole team, Dr. Faiz and all what I listened to that morning, but especially to this course.
Hans has his hand up.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay, so thanks again. It was such a joy to listen to all this today morning, and especially to the friends now to Dr. Faiz. Congratulations, wonderful program, big dedication on the humble way. we can all look forward to promote it and bring as much as young people to your courses. And thanks a lot to all the friends. Impressive work.
Thank you very much, Hans. We really appreciate this. Thank you. We will, once again, many congratulations to Dr. Faiz Shah and the entire team behind the program. We wish you all the best, and you've provided all the details for the program, and we hope you get, you're already getting an overwhelming response. I hope you get more going forward, and this turns out to be a great success. Thank you all. We will now quickly move on. We are a little pressed for time, so we will quickly move on to the next presentation, which is Social Tech Japan, a social business company. Again, one of the stalwarts of our social business academia movement, which is going to come through from Dr. Ashir Ahmed, who's the associate professor at the Department of Advanced Information Technology at Kyushu University, being accompanied by his team, Mr. Rafiqul Islam Maruf, Naoki Nakashima, and Takuzo Ushugi, who are all present here. Dr. Ashir Ahmed, over to you.
Thank you so much. My team members are here. I'll play the video. All the messages are there. Just see whether you can see the video.
My name is Rafiqul Islam Maruf. I am the CEO of Social Tech Japan. As the CEO of this new organization, I would like to bring important research outcomes from the academia to the real world of practice to benefit the society, especially the developing countries. At the beginning, our first priority will be the healthcare sector. We would like to bring quality healthcare services to the doorsteps of the unreached communities for ensuring universal health coverage and thereby bringing a smile to every face.
Hello, my name is Takuzo Usugi. I am the CFO of Social Tech Japan. My role is to make the company financially sustainable as social business. I believe social business is very effective in solving social issues. Through our activities, I aim to deliver healthy life to all people.
Hello, everybody. My name is Naoki from Kyushu University. I'm a medical doctor and my major is diabetes medicine. Today, I'm very happy to introduce you about Social Tech Japan. I am CTO, Chief Technology Officer, Medical Clinical Aspects. Always, I really want global people to avoid this kind of non-communicable disease like diabetes mellitus and also communicable disease as COVID-19. So Social Tech Japan will promote this by ICT and population management method. Thank you and see you again.
Hello, my name is Ashir Ahmed. I am one of the founders of Social Tech Japan. As a Chief Technology Officer, my role will be to develop and promote technologies that can solve a particular social problem. So in Social Tech Japan, we will develop technology in such a way so that technology can be accessible by many, affordable, and also it can be profitable for the social technology entrepreneurs. Thank you very much. So this is it. We spent 4 minutes and 56 seconds. So I think we deserve 3 more minutes for question and answer. My team is all the co-founders are here.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ashir Ahmed. One of the questions which has come through here is, have you received, in developing this, have you partnered with any other institutions through research to basically invest or work in collaboration with the research and development that you're doing? What are the more effective partnerships that you've had? That's the question which has come through.
Okay, thank you. Actually, we partnered with many academic institutions in many countries. Professor Nakashima, do you want to answer to this question?
Thank you. We will have more collaboration with the company also, right? Also inside of Japan and outside of Japan.
So far, we collaborated with an academia in India, in Indonesia, in Malaysia. We have MOU with them. So academic relationship is there, and we also tested portable health clinic in smaller case as pilot programs, but no commercial programs yet. So that's the answer. Marubhai, do you want to add something?
No, thank you. I think you have covered. As you mentioned, we have the academic relationship, academic partnership so far. So we look forward for the commercial or industrial partnership from now onward. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ashir. I'll just quickly read out another question which has come through. The products that you're coming up with, how has been the market response so far?
So wherever we went, we found a very big interest from the service receivers. So the response is there, but we didn't do the market testing yet. So which we are going to do in a few months. We already got an award to do the market testing from the university. We got a fund, so we are going to do the market testing soon.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ashir Bhai. It was a very exciting presentation. We are eagerly looking forward to the next, journey of this company. Any parting words? You do have another minute to go.
Marubhai, as a CEO, do you want to put something?
Well, thank you very much. Actually, we are very happy to announce this new venture in front of you. And actually, we are just at very startup position. So we would like to have collaboration from different areas. And our main objective is to provide service in various developing countries. As Ashir mentioned, that we have worked already in different countries like India, Pakistan, Cambodia, Malaysia. So we would like to extend our service areas in other countries. So we are looking forward to have the strong partner from different areas.
Thank you very much, Team Social Tech Japan. We wish you the very best. All the very best, Dr. Rashid Ahmed, Mr. Rafiqul Islam, Nakashima-san, and Nosugi-san. We wish you the very best in your social business journey. Now, we have had the great pleasure of having Professor Yunus listen in on all of these presentations. And if Professor Yunus is available, I can see that he's on the screen. Sir, if you wouldn't mind sharing a few parting words for this session.
Thank you. I was listening to all the proceedings of the session, and it's very exciting. And exciting all the way that everybody presenting what's happening. Having a social business day every year, the same date fixed, is quite a risky thing. You can become very boring. Keep saying the same thing over and over again to same people. So we took the risk. Now the risk is worth taking. Every year we see there is something new, and there's something people wait for to hear and see what's happening. Because it's not just inching little bit of things, little decorative things, and you feel that, well, that's about the same thing you said last time. It's not like that. This is a big jump and really happening. It's concrete. It's not just talk. It's something that happens, something that evolves, something that you can touch. So all these stories that we heard in this session fall into that category. That's why it's so exciting. Everything is something that you heard, but this time you hear completely differently at different stage. And that makes it very exciting for us. And that's why we come back to this Social Business Day. It's not the boring thing that we are afraid of. We are all eagerly wait to see what is happening in all these things, and then go back to see, what are we doing? How come they have done so much and we didn't do that much? So all the stories that presented here, one more exciting than the others. One is happening on all of them, basically happening on the academia side. Everything that you said in this session is an academia side, some courses and some offering of degrees. And now you come out of the academia research and create a tech company. And always Ashir coming with his doctor in a box, explaining what's happening. Now, now it's not a doctor in a box he's talking. He's talking about a company to make this whole technology, health technology, to the wider world. He has many countries to mention. He did mention countries before too, but that's a very experimental way. Now he's looking at it in a very business way, saying that, yes, now we are ready to make that happen. So all I can say, congratulations, that you are the one who makes it, makes this Social Business Day worthwhile. And that's why we come back. That's why we spend so much time listening to each other, what's happening. And this is what precisely is the kind of fodder that we need to proceed in the next year, what we want to do. On the side of your tech, you became a company, Social Tech Japan become a company, and then see another turn of things, what needs to be done as a company. Research is one thing, company is a completely different thing. So this is, you have now riding a different horse and see how you get used to that horse. You have those persons responsible for accounts, finance, and operations, and so on. And now this is the time to take that challenge. That not only we know how to design things, we also know how to convince people that it works for you, and it was not for us to make money. That's not the message. It works for you because it solves the problem, and it's a social business example that we did it. All this sweating that we did behind the research, it's a very, very painstaking process of research, and because at the end we thought this will be reaching out to many, many, many people to solve their problem. And ours is a social, and that's why it's a Social Tech Japan, in a very name you mentioned that it's social, it's technology, it's coming from Japan. That's all three names are combined. And I like the name. And I hope people get these three words imprinted in the mind and get really committed to it. Yes, admire what you have done. And Niru has again come back. She does this report about the nursing college. Again, a big jump than what she has done before. This time it's real. This time the whole nursing college has moved from the old accommodation in our office in the fourth floor that they would be staying. The whole journey began clearing up the fourth floor of our office to start a nursing college. And a whole decade was spent there. Now in the 12th year, they're into a huge campus. It's a beautiful campus. I wish someday we can have our social business day in that campus. It's a beautiful campus, can accommodate everybody there. And it can take 900 students and all set to go, and 500 accommodation for the dormitory, beautiful dormitory. So it's now real, and they are now all ready to go, as Nida was explaining, for the MSc. When we started, government will not allow this little college, to give any BSc degree. So we had to start with a diploma. So that's our starting point. And after a few years, from diploma, we got promoted to BSc. Now from BSc, we're getting to the MSc, and also Nida was mentioning she's waiting for foreign students to come because it's a campus and a quality of education world class. So world class students can come and study here. So this is another big jump to show what had been done. And Faiz is again coming with a big message. And so he's been working on it for a long time. Now time has come. He is ready to take students from August. So from August, it's a real course for master's degree. And Suresh and Nayaz talked about their activities and the coursework and the fund work and all that. So these are the things which makes this Social Business Day so exciting for us. And thank you for keep on making this exciting for not only for those who are attending, also who are watching and listening to all those media coverage that you get from these discussions. Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Professor Yunus. We are deeply, deeply inspired by your words. And again, as you said, that we are seeing a lot of transformation happening from what's planned on the books, in the drawing boards, and then being rolled out. And with that happy note, once again, I congratulate all the presenters and wish them very best on their initiatives. And with that, I will also close this segment of our day, which is presentation and announcements. Before we move on, as I had requested before, we will very quickly go on to a 1 to 2 minute transition prior to moving on to the next segment, which is a message and a presentation from the chairman